We enjoy bottles of wine with such excellent taste, but most of us ignore a very small detail, which is the cork, which not only has the task of sealing the bottle mouth, but also has many other functions. So let's find out how these corks are made. Here, the world's top quality corks are produced. The bark of the cork oak tree is harvested with great precision and requires many years of experience. Any cut that is too deep can damage or even kill the tree, and most of these trees are over 100 years old. Our top goal is to keep the tree alive for as long as possible. More than half of the global cork production comes from Portugal, and the majority of this production belongs to the family company Cortesira Amorim. Founded 150 years ago, this company uses cork in. How cork oak is harvested. The cork oak forests in Portugal have been protected by law for more than 800 years. Unlike most other commercial trees, cork oaks are not cut down. Only the outer bark is harvested. The first thing is to respect the tree. There is only a certain time of year when we are allowed to harvest. Harvesters must strictly follow the regulations to ensure the health of the tree. Harvesting can only be done when the tree is 25 years old and 70 centimeters in diameter. Because the first two harvests did not yield the best cork, workers have to wait more than 40 years to get the best quality cork. Because each tree and branch is different, large machinery is not an option, and the work can only be done during the hot summer months. Workers like Casemiro harvest when the trees are at their peak. Harvesters can earn around $900 a week. Workers then use specialized axes to peel off the remaining bark. The axe has a short handle and a curved edge, making it easier to peel the bark. Each cut must be precise, as cutting into the inner layer can cause the tree to become diseased or die. Workers mark the tree with a number from 0 to 9, representing the year it was last harvested. The history of cork harvesting dates back 5,000 years. The Egyptians used it to seal jars and tombs, while the Romans used it for shoes and fishing nets. The ancient Romans and Greeks also used corks to seal clay jars, some of which contained wine. In the 1600s, the English began using sturdier glass bottles to store wine and sealing them with corks. In Portugal, small workshops began to appear in the late 1700s. However, much of the cork was still exported to France and Spain for processing. The Amorim Company, founded in 1870 by Antonio's great-grandfather, gradually grew from a small workshop in Porto into a large enterprise. I think we really shared a passion for the product we were making, cork. That's what kept the family in this business for so long. The cork production process today, Amorim is the world's largest supplier of wine corks. At its factory in Santa Maria da Feira, workers and machines work together to optimize the production process. First, workers manually sort the bark sheets, checking for thickness and quality. In 2014, Amorim introduced a robotic arm and an automated drilling machine, which speeds up the process with the capacity to drill up to 35,000 corks per day. A range of inspection equipment, including an X-ray machine, is used to sort the corks by quality, and another uses air currents to separate the corks. The corks are then labeled and personalized before being exported to over 100 countries. By 2023, why is cork ideal for wine? Cork has a low porosity, allowing minimal oxygen to pass through so that the wine can develop a rich flavor over time. About 60% to 70% of the cork structure is air, making it light, compressible, and a good insulator. Corks account for about 75% of Amorim's revenue. However, in the early 2000s, the cork industry was facing near collapse. When certain naturally occurring fungi in the cork tree's bark come into contact with chemicals like chlorine during production, it triggers the production of a compound called TCA. This compound spoils wine, creating a musty, damp smell known as cork taint. technology products to save the cork industry, Amarim has invested hundreds of millions of euro in a research and development laboratory to screen and eliminate TCA compounds, ensuring the quality and safety of its products. Amarim's efforts have paid off. By 2015, TCA-contaminated cork at Amarim had dropped to less than 1%. While this is not the end of the battle, they have won some important battles. Amarim's lab is also developing new products from cork that does not meet the standards for high-quality cork. Antonio cork has many different applications. We are always looking for new ways to utilize it that we have not thought of before. Amarim now uses all the byproducts from the cork production process to create products such as coasters, toys, and rugs. For them, the concept of waste does not exist, because everything is considered a raw material, even the cork dust collected from the process. Since 2008, Amarim has been collecting used corks from supermarkets to recycle into new products. The company recycles around 200 million corks a year through a simple process, grinding them into small granules to create products such as coasters, tiles, and composite materials. Antonio, few industries in the world have the capacity to create as many products from one raw material as we do. Cork flooring. Amarim's cork flooring business has been booming. Because cork oak trees do not need to be cut down, the material is an environmentally friendly alternative to hardwood. The thin composite panels are made from crushed bark, which is then printed and lasered to create color and natural wood. Cork in the aerospace industry. One of Amarim's most exciting developments is the use of cork in the aerospace industry. With its insulating properties and lightweight, cork has been used in the industry since World War II. NASA began using cork to produce heat shields in the 1960s, and today both NASA and the European Space Agency use Amarim cork. Portuguese cork industry. Natural cork is making a strong comeback thanks to its renewable nature, biodegradability, and the potential to create a variety of products. Thanks to new technology and expanding international markets, Portugal's cork industry is set to reach a record turnover of $1.3 billion in 2023. However, to maintain this output, Amarim's future strategy. Since 2023, Amarim has planted 300,000 cork oak trees and plans to plant another 1.5 million over the next 5 years. The company closely monitors the growth of these trees to find the most robust, disease, and drought-resistant varieties. Once we identify a superior variety, we propagate it and distribute it to forest owners to plant on their land. This is our long-term. Antonio is confident that, having weathered crises such as war, drought, and fungus, his company is in a strong position to continue to adapt and grow in the future. Antonio Amarim has been growing for 154 years. We are at our peak now, but we believe that the